If you're going to go somewhere, let it be like nowhere you've ever been. Where every wall, everywhere, is a work of art. And handcrafted comes in all shapes and sizes. A place where all natural is second nature. And our color palette was made by Mother Nature herself. A place where you can weave your own story. And the streets aren't crowded with people, but with art, history, and a one-of-a-kind culture. Where the backdrops are blue skies, starry nights, and works of art that touch your soul. There's something about Santa Fe that's just different. Uncover your different in a place that is waiting to be discovered.
Swing big and save even bigger with our Big League Markdowns at Capital Ford in Santa Fe. This is your shot at big league deals, like a new 2025 Ford F-150 XLT 4-wheel drive Power Boost Hybrid, now up to $9,900 off MSRP, or a new 2026 Ford F-250 Super Duty, now up to $6,100 off MSRP. We're offering up home run deals all day, every day, with these Big League Markdowns at Capital Ford in Santa Fe.
What's up, everyone? Gloom live stream. We're back. Awesome guest today, and long overdue with DJ Quico. DJ Quico, thank you for jumping on.
Gol!
Perfect intro. Almost Gloom.
Here's a goal.
That's right. I love your Colombian jersey.
Oh yeah, my parents were from Colombia. Hold on a second though. Hold on here.
You were ready, DJ.
Here we go.
There you go. There you go.
My bad. I went hiking down by the river today, so there we go.
Cool.
Now we're ready.
Yeah, nice and cool.
Yeah.
You go. I'm going to throw just a quick little easy question. And for our fans and viewers, it's cool to hear some background just between like myself and like everyone who's involved in the Gloom. Do you remember the first time we met and where we were at?
I'm pretty sure the first time we met was with the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce doing the 40 under 40 event.
Yep.
So that's amazing, and you did great work with the Chamber of Commerce there. And then after that, Andres Trujillo, shout out to the New Mexico Runners, he had brought me in to DJ one of his games. And then you showed up there into the control room, and you were like, I'm thinking about doing something like this in Santa Fe. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. You know?
Absolutely. And the reason I bring that up is because I feel like the magic that we have in the Gloom is due to all the community work that we do like beforehand. You know, like there's a reason why we have hundreds of fans. The reason why is because it's just built in with community. And that was one thing that I learned with the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce and everything that we did with all the reach out of just meeting with community leaders, forums, things like that. And I think that sometimes this is kind of overlooked. Right. So, Quico, you've taught me so much about bringing the community to Santa Fe Gloom, customer service, liking other people's Instagram pages, following back the people who follow us. So kind of just give us your philosophy of how you've come to be in your professional career and just the Gloom in the community.
Well, the Gloom presented a huge opportunity for Santa Fe because here is a soccer, a place where there's really good soccer. Like, I didn't know that there's such good soccer in New Mexico. And then there's some teams in Albuquerque, and then now there's a team in Santa Fe. And you wanted to make it free. Okay. So that caught my attention right away. You wanted to make it free. So I was like, oh, this is going to be dynamic. This is different. This isn't just somebody who wants to, make money at the door, make money off the gate and things like that. So I was really impressed by that. And then you said that there was going to be youth games in the beginning, so I was like, wow, this is the full sports experience, because sports is so magical because it has health, it has competition, it has family, it has togetherness. We get to support each other. It has accomplishment. It has achievement. There's so many things built into sports that we were able to bring into the Gloom and really focus on those things that really give purpose. And I can just see in my head one of the youth players playing before the game and then staying to watch the Gloom players play and understanding there's a whole industry here. There's a whole future here. Mm. I want to run as fast as that guy. I want to score a goal like that guy. What can I learn from this player? So I really feel like the community aspect is pretty much our heart, and it's our biggest strength, and it was a focus from the beginning. So I really appreciated that from the beginning. I knew it was going to be something very, very unique when it came to live sports.
Yeah, absolutely. Best DJ in the world. I think that's
wow. Thank you so much.
That's Coach Matt from the Gloom.
Thanks, Pat. Wow, great coach.
Yeah. So Quico, when you're yelling at the Gloom to shoot the ball when we're like right by the goal, you can just tell Coach Pat, tell him to shoot.
Yeah. I'm just like, dispara, right? Like my dad used to say.
No, it takes Coach
Llegas al gol y disparas.
That's right. You got to make it happen. Quico, tell our viewers, when you're walking into the gym, what's your sense? What are you trying to achieve? What's your first thoughts? You're usually kind of texting me or calling me. I'm going all over the place. So just tell our fans like what it really takes and what we're thinking about when we're starting out a couple hours early.
Yeah, there's a lot of setting up to do. We want to set up branding. We want people to see the Gloom logo everywhere. We want it to be an experience. We want people to know where the food is. We want people to know where the merch is. We want people to know where, sometimes we've had the ice cream, shout out to Freezy Fresh.
Yeah.
So we really want it to be an experience for the fans, definitely. And then I have to set up sound. So there's everything from setting up the scoreboard, setting up the tables where the officials are going to sit, all of that, making sure we welcome in the opposing team, getting ready for the arrivals of each expert and specialist and the other team that's there. We have the land of photography with Amanda. She arrives, starts taking pictures, and doing video, interviewing the players, interviewing me, interviewing you. And so there's a lot of stuff to set up there. Setting up the sound as far as the DJ is concerned. I bring in a good amount of sound, and I want to get music on because this is also another innovation that's happening in professional sports very recently and only at the highest levels. So there's a few NBA teams that have official DJs. I'm not sure about the NFL, but I know Phoenix was one of the first ones and they have I think it's DJ Element. They had DJ Automatic. They had some really, really great DJs that would play certain things during the game, and really add ambiance and add another flavor. So that was something where you really innovated and you say, "Hey, I want you to play music during the game." And I thought to myself, wow, this is going to be exciting. This is going to be good. It's going to have a whole nother layer of energy. So I really appreciated that. And then the sound, I mean, getting everybody situated. Meanwhile, people are coming in because we have a lot of people. That go to the games.
Yep.
So that's pretty much where I'm thinking. Let's get music on. Let's make sure everything's working right. Going over the sponsors, our beloved sponsors.
Yep.
So we're really thankful of that. There's just a lot to set up, and every game I want to do more. I want it to look better. Every game I want it to sound better.
100%. Tell our fans something that they may not know that goes into setup, and I have a couple ones. But just something that people may not expect or what have you. And I can kind of start us off too. Is like, this doesn't just happen magically. We're showing up a couple of hours early, and Quico and myself, we're pre-gaming as best as we can. And Quico, you keep me very organized because I'm usually not that organized. I kind of free flow it sometimes, and usually it works. Sometimes it doesn't. But just give us, our guests and our fans, like something that they wouldn't expect to be at a Gloom game.
Okay, so for the very first Gloom game that I DJ'd, I came in and I set up by where the fans were all going to sit at Santa Fe High. Now we're going to be at Genoveva, the community center, at the Chavez Community Center. And so I set up my table and I'm playing music, and people are walking in, and everything's going pretty great. And then the game starts, and one of the referees comes up to me and he says, "Are you going to play music the whole game?" And I said, "Yeah, I am."
I haven't heard this story.
And then he says, "Okay, well, turn it down a little, right?" Right? And he was like, "Let me check if you're allowed to do that." Right. So of course I'm allowed to do that because we're making the rules anyway. That's it's right. Our event. Then the next game that he's back, and he had refereed some other futsal games, and he was like, "I'm so glad you're here. The music actually really, really helps." Right.
I mean, I tell everyone with the Gloom is a live DJ, and people are like, "What do you mean a live DJ?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we have a live DJ playing at our games." But again, Quico, to your point, professional teams are starting to do this, just live music. So it just totally makes sense.
Yeah, it really does. And I really, gosh, we're there 2.5 hours early. I mean, we're brainstorming leading up. I'm trying to make flow. I'm trying to make like actual scripts and minutes so we can flow through this easily. Usually it just gets scrapped on the spot.
Yeah, it works. So my follow up is, what's the most stressful point of our production? And I hate to use the word stressful because you and I, like, we don't think in those terms, but for lack of better word, stressful.
Right. One of the things that's always in the back of my mind is, making sure my reflexes are good. If a ball comes really fast, like flying towards me, I kind of, block it. You know what I'm saying? So that, reminiscing on the Bruce Lee movies, have just a little bit of that, Wing Chun intuitiveness ready to go, So, so that there's really all of it's fun. All of it's so fulfilling. We have to announce the sponsors. We have to do things in English, and we have to do things in Spanish too. So that's one of the things. But so far, everything's worked. The scoreboard works. The mic works. And we could actually, we have the ability, you and I together, and everybody who's helping, like your parents helping, and your just the players' family coming in and helping. Putting the tape down. When I see you guys putting the tape down for the how to make the boundaries.
Silence, yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm like, wow. And then sometimes you guys got to move it. It's like, oh, wait a second.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's the cool organic part that I really appreciate. And I hope people who we work with, Quico, appreciates it too. We're it's not an exact science. It's clearly not, but that's the fun of it. It's not this buttoned up complete production where it's like, you go there, you go this way. We're getting there, but now, we're bringing smiles, we're bringing good energy, good vibes, because I think that's what our fans want too. That's one thing that we're starting to kind of move towards a RSVP system, because we're going to get hundreds of fans these next this season. We already get them, but I feel like we're going to consistently get 400, 500 people to our games. And we're kind of flirting with an RSVP system. And I'm thinking, well, I just want our fans to come and to just enjoy the game as it is. But the Gloom is growing so fast that we need this data, to apply for grants, bigger things, because we have high aspirations to grow the Gloom, and to tell our city leadership or potential sponsors, these are the folks who come to our game. These are the age ranges, these are the people's backgrounds who come, so I think we're starting to get to those next elements.
Absolutely. And, we want data because we want the experience to be better and better. And this is something with that already has shown it's already brought so many people together. And so the amount of community, the people that we get, the product, setting up the game so that we can have this product. Because when my parents would take us to Colombia, I was born here in the States. Both my parents from Colombia. And we'd drive up to, my grandma's house and be like, oh, look, there's a basketball court there, and my uncles would buy me a basketball. Right. And then I'd be playing basketball during the day, and there's soccer goals under the basketball hoop. And I was like, oh, this is great. They can play soccer here. Right. And then people start showing up, right, to the court, but they're not playing basketball. They have soccer balls. They're suiting up to play soccer.
Yeah.
And I just always thought, oh, well, you can play soccer on a basketball court. How convenient. You don't need a whole field.
Yep.
Well, that's futsal. That's futsal. It's clearly most definitely a South American tradition. Mm-hmm. So when we're setting up this futsal production with live streaming, with DJ, with the announcer, shout out to our announcer. Oh my gosh, great guy. Yeah. Our officials, our food and everything. The product is a really fast soccer game.
Yeah.
Okay. If you watch the Gloom game, okay, you're gonna see them sprinting back and forth, scoring 8, 9, 10, 11 goals. Okay, there's been times where we were down 3 goals, came back and won by 3 goals.
Yep.
There's been times where we score a goal that the other team turns around in 1 second scores a goal.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and that brings me up to a really, really good point that I really wanted to talk about today. Yeah. And I was saving this one is we're going to win against Flagship at home. Okay? Mark my words. We're winning against Flagship at home. Okay? I've never felt this way, but for things that I'm not going to talk about, we're going to win against Flagship at home, right? And then we are also going to go on, and I want everybody to close their eyes right now. Take a deep breath and envision our Gloom players holding that championship cup. Yeah.
That's right.
That's going to feel good. Yes, that's going to feel good. So we're going to get that championship, and it's an achievable goal because what happened the first season?
That's right. Yeah, we were right there. And even if you look at season 3, as we peaked towards the end of the season, I felt like we just ran out of games to play, you know? So that's just kind of the way it goes. On that note, Quico, I'm going to put, I think I can show it's through Facebook. This was a comment that came through. This was cool. Team Venezuela versus Santa Fe Gloom 7-6. Team Venezuela won. I think what he's referring to is there was like a scrimmage, I think, last week or maybe this week. Sergio Rivas, our general manager, I think this is all related. I'm not sure. It's hard to keep up with all of it. But Sergio had voice messaged myself and Coach Pat just saying how proud he was of our Gloom players that game. And again, these are just scrimmages. These are just friendly games, you know, that our Gloom guys are participating in. So it's not our full squad. It's not part of the league. But I think this was another good point, too, that most of our players, and Sergio, you can correct me if I'm wrong, Coach Pat, but I'd say like 90% of our players are homegrown here in Santa Fe and Albuquerque, which we really love. Like, that's a good thing for our community. Our team name is Gloom, by the way. You know, Gloom is an extremely authentic, iconic name in Santa Fe. So my point in saying all this is we're continuously working and getting better as the season goes, and we're in preseason now. So thanks for bringing that up, by the way, in the comment. I'm not afraid to share it, even though we lose. You know, it's really the league play that really matters for the Gloom. These are just kind of just scrimmages and things like that. But I didn't want to shy away.
And that's great, you know, and that's the futsal tradition is something that is, it's in a way new to here, to New Mexico.
Yeah.
So I'm sure in maybe other major cities there's some knowledge about it, but it's really a tradition that it seems to be very popular in Latin America. So we're having that interaction, and the New Mexico and Santa Fe players are just doing really well with this. So I'm also very impressed. That's amazing. I mean, look at the score. How much action do you think was in there?
That's right.
That's amazing.
Yeah, no, it's super fun. And that's one of the things that I really love about our Gloom games is they are high scoring. Another thing too, Quico, is like the fun part about you being a part of this is, you know, we're throwing T-shirts out. We have our T-shirt cannon that misfires sometimes. We have a cool story about that we'll probably share at some point. Maybe not today, but that was a misfire cannon shot.
No, we have to do that. We have to do that. Okay. Somebody goes and makes the mistake of giving me the Gloom T-shirt gun.
Yeah.
Right?
By the way, sponsored by Pantry Dose. So shout out to Pantry Dose. Thank you guys so much for following us from the very, very beginning. So shout out to Pantry Dose. It's our
Pantry Dose
burrito gun. Go ahead, Quico.
It's the burrito gun. Because where are you going to get a delicious burrito? At Pantry Dose.
That's right.
So it's actually shaped like that, and it's a really cool gun. And so Amanda sees that it's. Go ahead.
I said this is really behind the scenes if you're going to be telling the story that I think you're telling.
Okay. So people really love a free T-shirt. They'll go crazy over a free T-shirt. Yeah. So first shot. So Amanda from Land of Photography, I'm like, we got the burrito gun, right? So she turns it to video mode or I don't know what on the camera, and she starts following me. So I start pointing it to the crowd, and everywhere I point it, people start cheering, right? So I'm like, dude, over here. No, para acá, right? So I get down and I aim, and it like hits it like right to the guy, right?
Okay.
Right. So I'm like, oh man, I got to do this again. This is great. Okay. So then I reload it, but I don't think I loaded it right because I've never taken any like firearms. I'm not certified, with like burrito guns, right? And so it's well, this gets good.
Yeah. Again, this story is going the direction I think it is. I think you did load it right.
So for some reason, so it doesn't shoot off the next time. So I take it back and I take it to the scores table and David's there. And I'm like, David, this thing's not shooting, right? So a little ways into the court or the field, well, it's really a court, is one of our beloved officials. Okay. With her back turned to us, right? And so David's like, oh man, maybe it's this thing, right? And he presses a button on the burrito gun and it shoots and it hits her in the back, right? And she turns around and she's like, what? Right? And then David's like, DJ Quico did it.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Oh, that was great. You got me good on that one.
Yeah,
you got me good on that one.
It shot. Obviously, I did not mean to shoot our referee. And I'm not sure what happened, but I thought it was locked. I think that was the thing. I thought it was because there's a lock function on it. You can press it and it locks. That's what I was thinking. And then I guess I pulled the trigger to see if it was locked. It wasn't locked.
Yeah. She believed that I did it though.
Yeah.
She believed that I did it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, fair enough. She kept the t-shirt, by the way, I think too.
Yeah. She got a free t-shirt out of it. And then we learned more about the intricacies of burrito gun handling and burrito gun shooting,
Yeah, it certainly works. Quico, another question for you too is some feedback that we got from our fans at Santa Fe High School. This was really, really interesting. Is some of our fans preferred the Chavez Center. The reason why is because when you enter into the Chavez Center, there's like a front desk, there's a greeter, and like there's someone there to say, yeah, the Gloom game is that way. When you entered into Santa Fe High School is hard to find, for one. And the gym's kind of up the hill. It's difficult. And some of our fans would say they really preferred the Chavez Center because there was just more friendly interaction when they entered into the Chavez Center. Mm-hmm. That really got me thinking a lot of the things that you would say is like, we need a greeter when people come in to say, hey, welcome to the Gloom game. This is where you can sit, those types of things. So elaborate on that, because I think that's kind of our next step, is saying like, hey, if you guys want to have some type of really special Gloom experience, come this way. You want to meet the players before the game, come this direction. You want general admission, come this way. And that's like a professional sporting game. They have those people around the stadium saying, come these directions. So I think that's one thing that we can really achieve at the Chavez Center, both places. But elaborate a little bit more on that, Quico, in terms of like really the customer service that we want our fans to experience.
Right. So when you walk in the Chavez Center, to your left, there is where you check in. And right after that, there is a lot, the facility is big, but there's stairs that go down. And when you go down those stairs, you'll be able to go to the Gloom game. So we're going to have that branded. We're going to have that right there. It's going to be branded. It's going to be wonderful. So we're going to actually make it so every direction you walk is going to be an experience for you to enjoy. So right when you walk in the Chavez Center, you're going to see the Gloom branding. And let's say you walk down the stairs right there. That's going to take you right past the concession stand, right past the merch, right past the vendors. Okay. And then you'll see on your left that you'll be able to go into the court. All right. That will be like the general admission. We're also have on the Chavez Center, we have this upper level. Okay. And we're going to do some magic with that upper level. So anybody that, for the people that, you know, they want to have a different kind of viewing experience, there's a whole upper level.
Yeah. It's the trap that you're talking about, right, Quico?
Yeah. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited for this because the stairs take you down to the court, and that's general admission. And we want everybody going down there. And then when you walk to the left, you'll be able to stay on that second level. And then we're going to have seating at the top there for people who want a different kind of viewing experience.
Right. And I'm going to show a picture here. This is what we had, I think. I don't know if it was our first or second year, but we had the Capitol High School cheerleaders. So this is what Kiko's talking about, is that this is going to be potential seating for our fans.
Yes. Yes.
So that would be cool because the way it looks now, it looks like this, and we have a packed crowd on that bottom. And we want to get it full on that bottom part so that people are enjoying that experience up on top.
Absolutely. So it's going to be, we're always adding to this experience. You can see the crowd there. You can see how aggressive the players have to be. You're right there in the mix. So it's really, really an enjoyable experience. And if you do want that seating that's separate, sort of a different experience than being down there with all the Gloom fans, we are going to have that available.
Yeah, for sure. Another thing too, let's see, this is another picture. This is one of my favorite ones of the kids playing in the background. I think that's super.
Yeah.
I just really like that.
That's what it's all about, man.
It is. I mean, that's the magic of the Gloom. Like, all of those kids want to be playing at a Gloom game, right?
Yes.
And that's where you and I would have been. Eric Bolton, shout out to him, who helps with the streaming, all the social media. Like, me and him as kids, that's where we would be. We would be with those kids there. And that's another thing that's going to be a little tricky, as we've mentioned in our prior podcast, is that ball from the Gloom kids sometimes rolls into our field. But we want those kids to have some type of really cool in-game experience too. So we just have to kind of work through that. And you look at that little kid too with the mom, I think, going through the Gloom tunnel during our game. Like, all of those experiences are just so cool for families.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Having that community participation, providing something where they're actually a part of it. They're actually a part of this. It's very, very family oriented. It's a fun experience. I'm so thrilled to be a part of this. I'm really thankful.
Yeah. Season 4 is going to be, I think, where the production tightens up even more. And like you said, Quico, that we win the championship for the league and for the city. And it would be to my knowledge, the very first professional team in New Mexico to win like a national championship. I think that would be really great. We're obviously rooting for the New Mexico United to do that before us, because they've got their season going on now. But if they don't do it, we're next in line. So a perfect world would be the New Mexico United does it, and then we do it back to back. That'd be perfect world.
Yes.
But like, those are the types of things that we want the Gloom to be associated with, is like making history. That's with the fabric of Santa Fe. So, Quico, thanks, man. I think we hit it out of the park. Special thanks to you. I mean, this takes so many phone calls and so many, hey, Dave, think about this. Or I'm like, Quico, I don't know about that. I mean, it was just 2-3 weeks ago, we were at the Chavez Center. And that's a whole nother thing too, that we'll probably reveal to our fans, is what we were talking about 3 weeks ago at the Chavez Center. I think you know what we're talking about. Whole nother thing. I mean, for our fans, myself and Quico, we're at the Chavez Center, and we're like, hey, like, can we look here? We're like all over the place. And I'm sure the Chavez Center staff, bless their hearts, and they're so kind, but they're like, what are these guys doing? Like,
who are these guys?
Yeah, who are these guys? Like, why are they asking us to say, like, measure this or measure that? But we've got something good going, because the community deserves it, and it takes that much time to like deliver a really cool product, So shout out to Amanda for our photography. She's always been great. I mean, she makes all of this magic happen. You know, our social media is on point because of Amanda's pictures. You know, and we've gotten
Yes.
you know, we've gotten DMs from other teams saying like, hey, you know, can you share the pictures? You know, those are great. You know, so Amanda's like, she's just an all-star.
Yeah, we're lucky to have Amanda. Land of Photography. Let's go.
All right, Quico, what are we missing? Let's land the plane and let's have you on again. And thank you so much, man, for everything that you do. Got one viewer, Kiddos for All planning that goes into executing a fun family vibe at each game. Absolutely. Yeah, it takes a lot.
Wow.
Takes a lot.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. Wow. That's what we're in it for right there. That's what we're in it for right there. Health and family, put it together. Some great sports competition. I mean, this is beautiful. Let's do our website. We can get the merch off the website, right?
Correct. Yeah, you can buy merchandise off the website. And that's a cool thing too. I'm glad you brought that up. So our fans are able to purchase merchandise, and there's a way that you can ask just on the portal on the delivery, and I hand deliver the merchandise to our fans. I've done that a few times, you know.
Wow.
So we just go to the door and deliver the merch. I think that's super cool. I don't think there's many, you know, sports teams that do that. Granted, we're not selling, you know, hundreds and hundreds of orders, but I think it's super cool that we do that still, because we want to have our fans get to know us and be there. You know, that was kind of the same thing you were talking about with liking other people's pages and following them and DMing them and, you know, all of those things. And we do that. You know, when we get a follow, you know, we're saying, hey, thank you for the follow of Almost Gloom. You know, come out to a game, those types of things.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Follow us on Instagram. We're going to follow you back. We're going to follow you back because we appreciate you taking the time to go to our social media.
Yeah.
So if you follow us on Instagram, we're going to follow you back.
Yeah.
Okay. Because we want that. We want to show that we care. You know, because really, we love our fans. We love our supporters.
Yep.
I don't even usually use the word fans. Friends and supporters.
Yeah.
Some of them we don't even know personally, but we can get to know you on social media. Make sure you follow us. All Positivity, All Sports, All Soccer, All Futsal, SF Gloom on Instagram.
DJ Quico, thank you so much for being a huge part of the Gloom success, and can't wait to continue doing the planning for season 4. So
yes,
we're locked in. We'll definitely have you back. To our friends and all the comments, thank you guys all so very much. And we'll hit up another Gloom live podcast, I would say probably next week. So DJ Quico, thank you so much. For our fans, have a good night. Thanks.
All right, have a good night. Peace.